So how many of you are actually up watching the fireworks at night? Wait, let me settle a few things. Okay, before I start, just share only. I have officially become an uncle. My sister gave birth not long ago. It's the baby here, so cute, like a potato. Okay, so let's begin some of the craziness that's happening in the market. So firstly, right, yesterday was a very weird day. The market is actually quite weird because if you look at the cash market, if you look at the cash market, you can see that the candle actually closes red. It rallies up for majority of the session, and then after that, it finally come down and close red. So a lot of the counters retrace somewhere close to end of the session yesterday. If I go to the 15-minute chart, right, you can see that earlier in the day went up, then come down, then halfway went up again, then towards the end come down again. So we have a 1.5% swing. We have a 1.5% swing that swing 4 times within one day. So we have 1.5% swing is about 60 points. So we have a 240 point swing going up and down within one day. And the funny thing is, right after the cash market closed, right, the futures market actually rally all the way up until like 4260 like that. Currently it is back down now. So apparently, right, after the market closed, a lot of counters suddenly shoots up by 2-3% like that. And I believe the culprit is Facebook. Facebook earnings come out, and to be honest, the earning is not spectacular. It's actually quite bad. The earning is quite bad actually. They make a lot. They are not growing. The revenue is not growing. The earning is not growing, and then they provide a very negative outlook. But the price still went up close to 14-15% now. So I think what probably happened was that Facebook price have been down so much that perhaps the market expect something even worse. So when Facebook announced their result, even though it's quite bad, right, it's not as bad as what market thought it would be, and it kept up about 15% right now. Currently, pre-market is plus 15%. So this is very crazy. So I think if you notice recently during earnings season how all these stocks they behave, right? One earnings can actually affect another stock price movement. For example, if you are very observant, right? When Google's earning came out, Microsoft actually dropped all the way to 4%. And when Microsoft earnings came out like 10 minutes later, then it finally recovered back up. Same thing for Netflix also. When Netflix earnings came out, right, the entire market actually dropped by quite jalat. Then shortly after Tesla earnings came out, the whole market recovered. But of course, after Tesla came out, market recovered. Jerome Powell come out and do some funny thing, and then market crash again. So I think overall, right, the gap up after market hour is like probably the optimism from Facebook itself, like the entire market move up. So if you look at AMD, right, AMD actually move up 2% after market. Google move up 1% after market. Amazon move up close to 2.6% after market. But this one we are pretty safe. Our entry is like way long ago. I think maybe some of you might probably take your profit already because we are actually way beyond our profit level already. And Apple gap up 1.7%. Of course, Facebook, let's not mention about Facebook. Microsoft gap up 0.9%. But prior to that, it already gap up by quite a bit. Nvidia gap up 2%, Tesla gap up 1.8%. So almost every single one of the big tech, big semiconductor counter gap up to 3% after market hour. So that's why this morning the future went extremely crazy. the futures went up like almost close to 2% like that. Now it is like retracing back down. Now just now earlier I saw was like plus 40 or plus 50 like that. Currently now it has retraced already. So you can see even before the market opened, the price is like running up and down like crazy like that. And of course the aside from Facebook very strong movement, right? We also have Teladoc, which is a huge part of Cathie's Wood ARKK. It dropped by 42%. I think ARKK is like gone case ready lah. I believe this counter it constitute quite a big portion of that ETF also. And we also have Spotify that is negative. We have Boeing that went down. Robinhood went down because they are reducing their headcount. So it is good that during this period, right, we don't really have any trades set up on all the big companies like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Facebook, or all this kind of stuff. Of course, we do have Amazon, but we have Amazon way before the earnings season. So our entry was quite safe actually. So for those who are not aware, right, tonight is your last night to TP or Amazon if you are scared to hold through the earnings, okay, because you can see how crazy it is. If you feel that okay, I think the profit I have now is quite good enough, I don't want to risk so much, but you make sure you TP tonight because later 4 a.m. is too late already, okay. So just to share with you also, yesterday I actually played a put option on Facebook for 1.4k. So before I sleep, it was like in profit for 1.5k like that. Now I think my entire 1.4k is gonna evaporate when the market open. So I'm just waiting for the market to open. When the earnings came out, I was like, wow, the earning beat the estimate, and then they say revenue miss, and actually their monthly user also miss. And then the revenue per monthly user also miss, like everything miss. Then after I look at my I look at the aftermarket price, it was like up 15%. But of course, I mean, everything is risk managed properly. In fact, the reason why I will go for 1,000 plus option for Facebook put is mainly because that's the cheapest option. I think every single one of the option I can find, the price is around 1.5k 1.6k lah, but I mean I have assumed the risk and it's a normal trade lah. So I would say the advantage of having option is also in a sense that my option contract was 1.4k, meaning no matter how much Facebook gap up, right, it can gap up to here, it can gap up to here, it can gap up to here, no matter where it gap up, right, the most I'm going to lose is that 1.4k lah. So the worst case scenario is the option contract go to zero lah. So in a way, right, the risk is fixed also. So we actually have majority of the big names earning came out already. We are left with the final two, Apple and Amazon. So I think once Apple and Amazon come out, right, the market should kind of like slow down a bit. It should not be as crazy already. But next week, right, next week we do have the FOMC meeting where Jerome Powell will come out and action bait it again next week. So what's the FOMC meeting? Okay, so the expected hike is 50 basis point. So depending on what they do, what they say, I think market might spook out a bit. So it's quite I think until next week it will still be volatile, but I think it should not be as volatile as this week already. Since all the earnings come out, things should settle down. So talking about earnings, right, so far overall, I think you all should be very, from what you see, okay, the earnings itself has been quite okay, neutral. The earnings that came out, some beat earnings, some miss earnings, it is so far neutral, not overly bullish, not overly bearish, but the stock market is still diving in a very, very blood rate lah. But this is also compounded by the Federal Reserve coming out and saying that they want to hike 50 basis point, and that contributed quite a lot to this this particular drop also. But what I noticed about earning is also in the sense that neutral is not good. You want earnings to be extremely good. Being neutral in earning is something that you don't want to have, especially when we are talking about the growth is decreasing, there is inflation, you want to avoid tech counters, all this kind of stuff, right? You want earnings to be super strong to prove the market wrong. But now, right, we have Google actually taking a very, very big fall, and I find that extremely how should I put it, extremely unsettling because Google is like the king of search engine, the king of advertisement, but like this is the first time we have seen Google miss the earning by this much lah. And previously, right, I mean, we see things like Netflix and Facebook who miss earning and then drop like 20%. So for Google, right, even though it didn't really drop 20%, that 5-6% drop after market was quite something that quite alarming. But Microsoft managed to balance things out because Microsoft earning was actually quite strong, and since both of them came out on the same day, right, they kind of balance out each other, so it's quite okay lah. But another thing that you want to watch out for is also there are quite a number of companies where the earning came out very strong, but the market still sell down. So Tesla is actually one of them. Tesla earnings came out very, very strong, but it just sell down all the way. So I mean, Tesla, you can kind of attribute it to the whole Twitter thingy, probably why they are selling down, but I also think is a lot more than that lah. I mean, this one is just gut feeling lah. I probably have to go and research a bit more, but it is quite alarming also. And of course, we also have Pool Corporation that sold down on a very good earnings. And in fact, so far the price movement is going in our direction lah. Hopefully, even though the tech counters are recovering gap up, right? I think this one hopefully can spike down lah. And we also have Fastener that is giving funny price action. Yesterday, it actually closed at 54.9 after market. So it was like back to the previous low there lah. So we see how this one is doing also. But you can see that it is creating all the lower high on a shorter time frame now. Okay, so you can definitely see a lower high being created also lah. So in terms of the counters that we have, so far okay, and it is good to see Archer Daniel Midland recover back also. I was quite a bit shocked that gap up 5%, then close down, then eventually recover also lah. And we also have the Shinari Energy recovering quite well lah. The only thing I'm a bit worried is CCJ. I'm contemplating want to exit or not. I will probably exit this by Friday lah, after today price action, because I don't want to hold too many Russia related counters lah. So far, if we look at the S&P, right, you can see that almost every day it is like close to a triple digit movement from the day that the earning first start. You can see all the candles are very, very big, swinging up. And although these candles are big, right, it is not like one direction down, you know. If it's a one direction down, it is easy to trade, but it is within one day, it's going up, down, 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 like that. I think similarly for Nasdaq, right? I think Nasdaq is quite dangerous. The state that Nasdaq is in is quite dangerous because it actually broke through the support here. For S&P and Dow Jones, right, they are still okay. They are still kind of hanging around there. Dow Jones is the boomer index because we have all the mature companies there, so it's the boomer index lah. But Nasdaq and S&P are a lot more affected by all the tech companies lah. Because I think in Dow Jones there are not really a lot of tech company inside there. So for Nasdaq, right? Yeah. So for Nasdaq, I think this level here quite important lah. I think if you want to bounce back, right, it should kind of like close above here lah. If not, it can like come here and then come back down, then quite jialat. Yeah. So we will see tonight. We will see how Apples and Amazon go lah. Who still holding on to their Amazon trade? Who are the one with all the steel balls? Wow, 3 shares. Okay. all the chongsters. I'm still holding also. But hard to say lah. We hope for the best lah. Okay. You clear plastic bomb. I mean, if you clear, is a good decision also, because the market is very volatile lah. We won't know how it goes lah. I kind of expect Google to do well, Facebook to do bad, but we have like a total different situation here. So who knows? Okay. Maybe they might attribute loss to Rivian, but I think Rivian loss is a very, I would say it's a very obvious thing lah. Is the market will probably price in already, but on top of the Rivian, right, is there any other things that is going on? So looking from what Microsoft actually reports, right? Microsoft cloud service is actually doing very well, and in terms of cloud service, right, in terms of cloud service, Amazon is actually at the top, then you have Microsoft, and then Google is like a little bit far behind lah. So in terms of the market share, Amazon is actually at the top. So I think the how it will go down will be whether Amazon cloud services, does it grow enough to cover up the weakness from the retail sector or not. Oh, okay, 3 shares, that's good. So depending on where you enter lah, depending on where you enter, okay, so we can also agak see how tonight the price actions go. I think currently still very strong, like above back to above 2008 lah. But I mean, yesterday Facebook also down 3% like that, and then suddenly it just shoot all the way up. But let's talk about Facebook. Okay, I look through Facebook earnings, and it doesn't seem strong at all. It is actually quite bad. But as mentioned, right, the rally is probably because the market expect Facebook result to be even worse lah. So let's go through some of the, oh, oops, not this one. This one is from Wall Street Bets. My bad. Let's look at Facebook earnings or Meta earning. Okay, so advertising revenue by user. So their daily average user increase, but the monthly average user actually decreased. So I'm not sure where is it heading. When I saw monthly user decrease, I was like, yes, Facebook gonna go down 20%, but somehow it went up. So if you look at the revenue per user, right, it is very bad. It's very bad. It's all the way below like around 2020 level. 2020 level already, and actually Q4 was one of the strongest, and Q4 result was the result where Facebook jumped down 20% lah. And next, let's look at revenue by user geography. Is also quite bad, among the worst lah. I mean, let's not talk about Q1 Q2 2020 lah. Q1 Q2 2020 was like during the early part of the COVID period, before all the money printing come in, and then after the money printing come in, right, the revenue spike up. Now we are back to normal already. Then we also have, if you look at the advertising revenue, right, it's not spectacular at all. It is at 27 million, which is like, if you compare to like most of the previous quarter, right, it only beat Q1 2021. In fact, it was very quite low. If you look at the family of ad revenue also is actually quite low. That is to say, it's not growing lah. It's actually contracting. And total income from operation is like ridiculous, 8,000. It like previously it's all 5-digit. Now we have a 4-digit, and the operating margin reduced all the way to 31%. And when it comes to expenses, their expenses increase the most compared to all the previous quarter. So I believe this is the cost. The cost is the your inflation coming in lah. Because of inflation, right, your expenses tend to go up by a lot, especially when it comes to wages and plus other costs like marketing, sales, research and development. Your whatever operating expense, it will go up lah. And I think because of the expenses went up by quite a lot, right, the operating margin actually went down. Tax is okay lah, don't need to look at tax. Net income, like among the worst if we take out Q1, Q2. So diluted earning per share, I think this one they beat the market estimate lah. And I mean they beat the Wall Street estimate. And I think Wall Street estimate was very linear lah, because I mean we already know Facebook is gonna do quite bad. So they are also spending quite a bit on capital expenditure also. Q1 2022, I think they are spending a lot more on the meta stuff lah. So family daily active people, I think this is where the good news come in lah, where they have a higher daily active compared to all the other previous quarter. Similarly for monthly also, this is for the family monthly active people lah. But if we look at average revenue per person, right, it actually went down a lot. So even though they are getting more user, right, slightly more user, the revenue actually went down per user, mainly due to increase in all the expenses lah. Then Facebook daily user, this is where they beat the estimate. It actually went up, daily user, but when come to monthly user, monthly user also went up by a bit. So I think these are probably the two reasons why Facebook shoots up lah, because the user is still increasing. But it is when come to average revenue per user, you can see that due to increased expenses, the Q1 2022 went down by quite substantially. Okay, so I mean I don't really I mean the price is giving a different direction now. So as I was saying, right, I do think that this one, it will come back down lah. Eventually it will come back down. The only reason why it went up was that price is already too low, and the Wall Street estimate was quite lenient also. So most likely it should end up like Tesla like that. It should end up like Tesla like that, where actually it gap up, but after that it come back down. Sorry, let me check my option to see what's my damage. Holy crap, this is ridiculous. Yeah, okay, can. Check already. I'm just gonna let my option expire lah. It's gonna expire next week, and if it manage to come down by quite a bit, then okay lah. So market open already. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's like those situations where open gap up but coming down a bit, but we see if we can maintain or not. Okay, we do have almost everything green. Only Teledown 46%. cannot make it. Well, let me check my index. You see, it open gap up but coming down again. So it's very dangerous if you are trying to catch the bottom, right? I mean, I also believe that it should have a relief rebound. It should have a relief rebound after like 2 days of triple-digit drop. It should have a relief rebound, but every time I'm trying to sort of aim for that relief rebound, right? We have this kind of extreme volatile movement coming in, and it is very hard. It's very hard. I'm also trying to see whether if I can get at least like this kind of movement where I can just do some YOLO trade, just hit and go like that, but it's extremely hard. ARKK, ARKK. If you look at ARKK, right, majority of the stuff are green. It's just that one Teladoc is like pulling this whole thing down. Look at it, CrowdStrike plus 3%, DoorDash plus 5%, Shopify plus 6%. But even though all these numbers are very big, right, it is almost as if like they almost no movement lah. On their chart. It's like almost no movement at all. Meta still strong. Wow, still going up. Full corporation recover back a bit. Let it be. We have all the energy dropping again. The energy did very bad. Okay lah, these are still doing okay. Let's look at the heat map. Mostly green overall. Why is Coca-Cola red? Mostly green, mostly green. And you can also see MasterCard earnings came out already. Also, MasterCard was quite green also, but plus 3%, both MasterCard and Visa. Thank God I still have my MasterCard to tank a bit in my portfolio. So far so good lah. So far so good. Alcoa is continue to dropping. Ford is why is Ford 4%? Ford is dropping also. Aside from that, what do we still have? The banks are recovering back again. Tesla went negative. Oh my God. What's wrong with Tesla? Is there anything wrong with Twitter or not? Where's Twitter? Let me go and find Twitter. Twitter is up 1%. So this one also another saga. The buyout price is 54.2. Sorry, yeah, 5420. But the price is somehow just not going to 5420. I mean, if it's confirmed 5420 buyout, right? It should be at 5420 lah. I think earnings is gonna come out also. It will come out 28. Is today 28? Today is 28. Is earning already? Oh, earnings already. But they didn't really provide any guidance because of the deal lah. So I think the whole issue with this Twitter is that I think a lot of people are betting on Elon Musk not having to how should I put it, not being able to push through the deal lah. This one actually came back down already. Consider come back down already because yesterday, right, pre-market, right, it was as high as 20%. It was as high as 20%. Now it's like fading back down already. Even morning, even when around 4 p.m., right, it was as high as 19%. So currently now it's down by 15%. I mean now it's back down to 15% already. And as I mentioned, right, very volatile. It can go up like that, then towards the end of the day, it will come down like that. Like what happened to Tesla? I mean, if you look at Tesla, right, when it came out earning up plus 10%, and after that it went up to like plus 13%. Then after that, towards the end, it just dive all the way down, become negative like that. So it's coming back down to 15, 14. Yeah, so this one, not to worry. I got my put position. I'm kind of like monitoring it lah. But I mean, we see how it goes lah. So I think if towards the end of this week, right, if it cannot like close above the level, all this level, perhaps maybe 210, right? And it kind of like create like a higher low, right? I might consider doing a proper short setup lah, not the YOLO short setup that I take. Or you buy put for FBI open now. Oh, that's I think that's probably a safer choice lah. Safer choice. Yeah, so Tesla is still selling now, probably due to the whole Twitter thing lah. So sad lah. It's like I mean, I like Elon Musk is using Tesla like a margin call like that. It is actually become a margin call for his entire Twitter deal lah. And the fact that probably Twitter is not worth $54.2, and the reason why he put 54.2 is he want to be funny lah. He want to put the 420 inside the buyout price. He can actually go for $50. So the additional 420 is like costing him a few $billion. I have no idea. I have no idea. I think this is one of the reasons why I don't really have a good impression of him, because he's causing his shareholder or whoever that is like following his trade or his follower, whatever, right? They are like losing a lot of money. And I mean, like, anyone could say that, oh, it's the trader fault lah, because they anyhow follow, if not don't follow lah. But the thing is that Elon himself, right, he's a very vocal person. He's like a billionaire influencer like that. He's like trying to be, wait, let me let me reshot this. This is ridiculous. I think one day I'm gonna become like those Wall Street bet people. Where? Shit, it's not slowing down. It's still it is still chonging. Facebook option put. Maybe I set to 520. 190. Can I set 190? Yeah, probably 190 can. Can it stop falling or not? It's still falling. Is it still falling? Okay. Bye. Shit, need to put in password. Okay, done. Yeah, so we see how oh my god, Tesla 3.8 already. I should have held on to my short. Oh my god, I should have held on to my short on this solo. I did a YOLO short the other time. Here, one was here. This was when Jerome Powell opened the mouth 50 basis point. I short already, and I had another short here, and I actually exited towards the later day lah. So just to share my portfolio, right? Just share my actual portfolio. It's actually doing very well. I'm at 14K already. Previously I was like 5K, 6K, 7K. But of course I also have taken 1.7K loss on Google. But even if I deduct the 1.7K loss on Google, right, it is still about 12K plus. So mostly the profit are coming from Amazon. I actually doubled down on Amazon. And secondly, I exited Google also lah. If you all were aware last week lah, I exited as early as last week already, before the earnings came out. So it was like a deliberate deliberate move where I exited Google plus I double down on Amazon, because Google is actually, the Google loss is eating the profit on my Amazon, so they are like canceling each other out. So I actually remove it, and then I double down on Amazon also. But at the same time, right, we also had Children Place continue to go down, Starbucks also continue to dive, and Pool is like kind of doing quite okay also. ADM like don't know lah. I don't know what's going on with ADM lah. But I mean, I'm still positive, so I have the holding power. I just set my stop loss to break even. I just let it do its own thing. But CCJ, I'm consider exiting before the earnings. I don't really have a lot of confidence on CCJ earning. I might want to exit lah. And KNX is Night Swift, is the trucking company. So this kind of counter, right, I usually just let them be. I don't worry too much about the negative also, because we are actually in the early stage of the shorts lah. So I can just let them be lah. Overall, my position is still green, and there's a lot of stuff buffering it, so I don't really need to worry about it. And when you notice, right, a lot of the counter that I usually start shorted, they tend to be in red for quite some time. They don't immediately go to green one. They will be hanging around in the red for quite some time. Then after that, it will become green already. For example, Starbucks and Children Place, when I first start out, they were also like red, green, red, green, red, green. Then after that, everything just dive down. Okay. ETU down, yeah. P-body gone case ready. I think the whole energy sector all retracing really. The earning was very bad lah. Chem Eco also down another 3%. I think this one I will let go today lah. That's why we it's good that we have this one LNG instead of other stuff, because it is not so volatile. It's kind of like a little bit more slow moving lah. I think pool also open gap up, but now starting to come down. Fastener a bit slow mover lah. Gap here, gap there. Don't know what's going on. Amazon also coming back down already. I think today is Apple's day lah. Okay, like Apple's birthday. So it's coming down already also. Holy crap, Tesla. Sad case. This is one of the saddest case. Nvidia, like if you look at all the price movement recently, right, always open gap up, close down, open gap up, close down, open gap up, close down. Is literally trying to catch all the bottom picker lah. But I mean, don't be too happy now lah. Who knows? Towards the end of the day, something crazy might happen also, especially after market hour. And I think that depending on how Apple and Amazon do, right, it might affect other counters also. Let's see what earnings we have for next week. Okay. Although I think whatever that's coming out next week, we should not, the market should not move by a lot already lah. We also have Robinhood coming out, so I'm not sure if anyone want a YOLO Robinhood. I'm kind of like, after my encounter with Facebook, I'm a little bit my YOLO trades are hurting me a bit. I mean, overall still profit lah. Overall, I still got quite a lot from Tesla YOLO and SPY YOLO, but the Meta YOLO kind of like hurt quite a bit lah. So for Robinhood, right, they just to repeat, they fire quite a few people. When a company start firing people, right, it's not really a good sign lah in terms of the company growth. I think they are doing very, very bad. So it's below $10 already. But I mean, if it could turns out like Facebook, where earning come out, everything bad, but because Robinhood already down until this jialat, right? Maybe the market can gap up a bit. Who knows? It's like Whirlpool like that. Whirlpool also the result come out, everything bad, this and that bad, but market still gap up. And like Snapchat also, where's my Snapchat? Every time I see Snapchat, I okay lah, is below the earning price already. Well, let me go and see next week got what earnings. earning whisperer. S&P negative. So I do hope that you guys, like, at least even if you are not trading, right, you are able to see how earning seasons and all this Federal Reserve statement, all these kind of things make the market very volatile, and sometimes it's very dangerous to go and chase single candle. So if you know that you are a very emotional trader, you don't really handle your risk well, right? The best thing to do during this period is to stay out. Or if you feel that you are so busy that you can't really look at the market to set up orders, right? Then it is good to stay out also. If you guys remember, right, during the earlier part of 2022, we also have similar situation where Apple, Amazon, all these earnings come out, right? Let me find Amazon one. Like you can see the crazy movement that we see during in the first quarter. We have Amazon gap up, close down, then gap down all the way, then earnings come out, gap up, then after that move all the way down. So is like you bear also die, bull also die lah. You do whatever also die lah. And these are the kind of movement that if you don't have a very good entry with a very good stop loss, right, you are definitely going to get cut off lah. How's my Facebook diving down? Okay. Calendar. $6,000%. Who estimate 1 cent? Who estimate 1 cent? Ridiculous. Nokia, Mastercard was very good. How's my Mastercard doing? Hey, it actually went into profit finally. It was like red all the way the moment I entered it. Because I actually entered Mastercard like right at the top. Oh, Keppel. Just now we were talking about Keppel. Like when I entered Mastercard, right, it was like right at the top here. It was like right, okay lah, not at the top lah. It was like here. I entered this candle, then kena trade, then it just dive all the way down. But you can see also counters like Mastercard, right? Until today, it was like red all the way. It was essentially red all the way, but I just don't care lah. I just let it stay there. Well, where's my earning whisperer? Xpeng haven't come out yet. Caterpillar. Actually, Caterpillar earnings quite okay. I wonder why the oh, it's recovering. I wonder why it dropped. Cat 5%. It dropped 5%. Ouch. All the industrial counter and consumer discretionary counter all doing very bad, and that's quite a bad sign. Southwest Airline, Eli Lilly, overstock. Merck and Co. BTU jialat ya. PHM also came up. How's PHM doing? Let's see how PHM do. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Oh, recovering already above 200. Yeah. Let me just put an alert. Carrier Global. Hershey. How's Hershey? Not bad, not bad. Gap up, close down. But okay lah. I mean, considering how S&P is like jumping down, this one consumer staples, very good. Good counter to have to balance out your portfolio. Church and Dwight. Well, let me check Church and Dwight also, since it is a consumer staple also. -3%. Oh, this one is another direction. Gap down, going up. Baxter, I used to work at Baxter. It's a healthcare company. First Citizen Bank. Okay, let's see what we have for next week. How should I see? Oh, Berkshire coming next week. BlackRock. Okay. Nothing much on Monday. Pfizer, Teva Pharmaceutical, Marathon Petroleum, Estee Lauder, but nothing big lah. Nothing big coming up. Dupont. Dupont is the boomer counter on the Dow Jones. So green. Yeah, market very green. But I mean, sometimes this kind of movement is to be expected lah, because if it drops so much already, if it drops so much, we should expect some form of short covering to come in lah. So I mean, if it drop like 4-5 days in a row rate, right? It is quite suspicious also. so you wouldn't expect like, I think perhaps it was in January we have this kind of drop, but if you look at January, the four drop in a row, right? The price movement is not as bad as what we see here. This price movement is even worse than here. So we do, yeah, correct. So you can kind of look at it as, number one, you can catch, you wait for it to recover, and it's another opportunity to short. Or number two, right, you can be the daredevil, try to capture the bottom lah. Either way lah. But if you try to capture the bottom, right, actually how the volatility of the market recently, it can easily scare you out because it just go up like a bit and then suddenly just come down a lot, then after that resume the go up again. So even if the market eventually go up, right, you can probably get like whip left and right until like when it truly go up, you are not in the position ready. For example, if you look at this situation, right, this is actually the bottom. So if you see this green candle, right, and then you long that green candle, even if you put your stop loss here, you will get scared one. You confirm get scared one, especially if this hammer candle come out like some more at the resistance, you confirm scared, and then you will run first ready. And when you run, right, you miss this entire stretch ready. And it is like within one day itself, the whole thing is moving like 1-2% up and down like that. It is not like one direction go up like that. So it's very hard, very hard. And I mean, for those who truly manage to catch the bottom and you stick to your stop loss and you get the rally, right, I think that one is like maximum respect lah. You manage to stick to your risk. Even for me, when I try to YOLO a bit here and there, right, like I'm kind of like a bit scared. So oh no, it's like going back down. I don't want my YOLO trade to eat away all the profit from my Amazon lah, my other stuff. So the thing now the thing about this current market movement is that I think at this point, right, maybe 4300 is an important level lah. So the market is like trying to go up and break. It's like trying its hardest, but it seems that 4300 is a little bit hard to reach right now. In fact, every time it's trying to go up, right, it keep coming down. So I would say that today, right, Apple and Amazon is the, I would say, the final hope, okay, the final hope. If Apple and Amazon both earnings come out super, push the market up, then I think maybe it can rally. Then together next week, the Federal Reserve come out, most likely they will raise by 50 basis points. Is the inflation data coming out next week? No, not yet. Inflation data, I think, is in the second week. Yeah, so we don't have inflation data, but we do have non-farm payroll. So actually, if you look at all these things like non-farm payroll, all these kind of stuff that is supposedly considered positive, right? It becomes a situation where good news is bad news. Because if the Federal Reserve see non-farm payroll like very high, beat the estimate, the market very strong, then it will give them all the more reason to hike the rate because the economy is very strong. So that's why if you keep seeing all the good news, the home sales up, the consumer spending up, but market is still down because currently it is good news equal bad news kind of situation right now. And anything that signals that we have a strong economy, right, is gonna give Jerome Powell the justification to go and raise the rate. So we are erasing most of the futures gain already. So you can see how volatile it is. Like morning, you see future green until don't know where. And I can tell you all the comments in Wall Street bets is like damn funny. Like within 5 minutes, someone will say bulls are dead. Then another 5 minutes, someone will come out and say the bulls think they have a chance. Then another 5 minutes, someone come out and say the bears are all dead. Now no noise. It's like every 5 minutes you can see them like this one dead, that one dead, this one dead, that one dead. Where's my meta? How much? Okay, go down, please. I need my $1,600 back. If not is half of my, not half, is almost half of my Amazon profits. Fastener down. Oh, pool rate already. Pool corporation rate already. This one I truly have very high conviction. But of course, high conviction doesn't mean you YOLO. But I do believe this is like sooner or later it can go at least to somewhere around 350 like that. And then maybe 350 it will hang around a bit and then go down to 280. So just waiting. Like even for builder first source also lagging now. Builder first source also is like on the way there already. So just now PHM the result came out quite positive and it's still going down. So matter of time. Fastener very slow. So let's look at other stuff. Apple becoming retracing. Amazon kind of like surprisingly doing quite okay, hanging around there. But I mean, no matter what, right? You can see that it is still below like the Tuesday price there. Tesla -5. Let me put one more alert. Tesla is like the only saving grace in the EV industry, and now it is like diving. Rivian also diving, Nikola also diving. Hey, just now I read one news about some Saudi dude ordering 100,000 of Lucid vehicle, but it's still down. Is it Lucid? There. Lucid says Saudi Arabia will purchase up to 100,000 vehicle over 10 years. Like if you see this kind of situation, right? Gonna do this, gonna do that, but the share price still go down. It means the market like, hey, you don't talk nonsense lah. You got the production power or not? You don't talk nonsense lah. It's like the market still coming down. And recently I was looking at iFast also. oh my god, it's like from the peak, it dropped until don't know where really. We truly had a very bad market decline ever since like like November onwards, last year onwards. Anything you all want me to look at or not? Very quietly. How? Wait, let me check Netflix. How is Netflix doing? Netflix. It's here what? There. Still quite jialat. Like ever since the earnings, it has been red all the way. Tesla -7. Did I sell? YZJ, I'm still holding on to it. I'm still holding on, but it's a very small position lah. It's a very tiny position. YZJ got the split, so you have to take note of that. After the split, it went up like 20%. Yeah, but I'm still holding on to it lah. I think Riverstone people are buying for dividend. Have they give out the dividend already? Soon they are going to give out dividend. I think people are buying for the dividend. It's like 15% dividend per year. So they are giving out 9 cents, and then the share price is at 9.9. So it's like they are giving out 10%. So once the XD is hit, right, this whole thing is gonna drop until like 8.9 like that. It will drop until here. It will adjust until here. I think once it adjusts, right, it's gonna drop already lah. So if you wanna buy this, be wary of the dividend, okay? And normally, from what I know about counter that give out 10% dividend, they usually cannot sustain, especially how Riverstone business is right now. Have they diverse into something else really aside from glove? What did they say about acquiring this industrial land? Until eco uni blah 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 total land area. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a dividend play lah. This is something very unique to Singapore. A lot of local folks love dividend, like love until a bit over lah. and they will just buy and then take the dividend. And I think it was like I got a few friends where they will buy when the dividend news come out, right? Then they will just buy the counter. And then I was telling them, hey, when you buy for dividend, right, the stock price will actually adjust one. When the XD come out, the stock price will adjust down. And then, I mean, after adjust already, whatever happens lah. If the market good recover, then go lah. If it doesn't recover, then go down lah. But the share price will adjust. And then she was like surprised, like, hey, I don't know that. I don't know share price will adjust like. Then that means I buy for nothing lah. Then I was telling her, no lah, not buy for nothing lah. If you want to hold, then good law. And if you hold, then the share price go up, then even better lah. You got cash dividend plus share price go up also. But like you have to understand that the share price will adjust. And then I actually bring up I'm not sure it was Riverstone, some other company, and I was pointing out to her that every time when there is a dividend, right, there's actually a gap down. Whenever there's a dividend, like I think this dividend, it was quite small, 0.06. So the gap down was like you can see here, there was a gap down also. It is just that not very visible. This point here, you can see price actually adjusted. 0.05, quite near. It will always adjust. It will always adjust. But adjust already, whatever happen is another thing lah. Yeah, yeah, correct. And then it was like, then after you're, oh my god, no, I cannot cheat. Yeah, yeah, like Zim is very straightforward. It's like it's like very clear cut. You see the whole thing jump down. It's like this is the dividend adjustment lah. But a lot of people they confuse that, like for example, right, dividend gap down to adjust, but adjust ready, right? If the market good, it can continue to go up. It doesn't mean that adjust ready it will jump straight down. Then a lot of people keep arguing like, oh, but you see this one go up, what? This one go up. Yes, it's go up, but it's the market movement. If it doesn't adjust, it will probably go up by additional 9 cents for Riverstone. I mean, for example, lah. Like in this case, market very strong. You can see that it also adjusts 3 cents. It actually adjusts 3 cents from the closing, and then market very strong. It just shoot up lah. Yeah, about that. Then after that, it just shoot all the way out long. So if let's say there's no dividend, right? Then the closing price will probably be like 0.99 lah, something like that lah. Yeah, Fortress earning came out and it's not very good lah. So this one, if it hit the stop loss, right, then should cut ready lah. The earnings wasn't spectacular. Propnex also coming down already. Still aiming, and in fact, most of the Sembcorp Marine quite understandable because the news of the details regarding the acquisition come out already lah. So like this one was a speculative play. I personally got like about $300. I bought very tiny. Here, and then I exited at 123, and then I got like $300. It was like, huh? Might as well don't buy. Then you can see all the coal counters start to drop already also lah. You have Peabody in US dropping by quite a bit, and Samudera also start to drop a bit already. So all the energy counters starting to retrace a bit. Rex also. Minus 14. Hong Kong also initially doing quite okay, but come back down. But Hong Kong like somewhere here I a bit not comfortable already. It's like they cannot catch a break lah. Like I've been staying away since last year. Until now, I still find no reason to go for Hong Kong yet. Let's take a look at Baba. What's Baba doing? Like almost give back all the gain already. Then this is like a lower high. I mean, if you catch this, then I would say is both luck and whether or not you were able to hold through the whole thing lah. But it is a very substantial run up, 50%. Imagine a counter run up 50% only to create a lower high. Bumitama. Let's look at Bumitama. I think Wang mentioned the other time all the agriculture counter very strong because of Indonesia banning the export. Yeah, looks very strong. It is one of the counter that is recovering very well. General Electric also very sad case, extremely sad case. It is like one of the original Dow Jones member, the OG Dow Jones, but year after year is like AMC, AMC don't know back until where already. Surprise, is PayPal earnings up? Is PayPal earning up? Oh, it's actually up. How did PayPal do? Like no noise like that. PayPal share rise despite cut in annual profit. The company reported a modest increase in revenue and user growth. Oh, so the user growth is coming back suddenly, appearing to quell some investor fear. Share traded 5% higher after market close. Company said it expects adjusted profit between 3.81 and 3.93 per share basis, down from, so it was adjusted down. Adding forecasting normalized consumer. But I mean, if you look at PayPal, MasterCard definitely a lot more superior lah. PayPal hit 52 weeks low this week before its earnings. Okay, looks good, looks okay, but it is also like coming down lah. Open gap up, but seems to have some weakness coming in. Revenue surpassed expectation. Too many counters really. Too many counters to look at already. What happened to Shopify? I thought just now like 6% like that. Now become like this really. So you can see, imagine a counter that is swinging from like plus 6% now become like plus 1%. And if you look at Facebook, or Facebook already jialat, like Facebook, this kind of movement, right? Imagine if you are on a CFD, you go and trade, and then your stop loss is like 1-2%. I tell you, you confirm kena whip out. So one of the very essential skill in trading, you need to identify the counters, the stock volatility. And sometimes the stock volatility is not always the same. Sometimes it is like no movement, and sometimes it's just very crazy movement. So you need to identify the volatility, and you need to make sure that your stop loss is at a level where its usual swing doesn't kick you out. For example, even if you manage to get a short position here, right? So for example, let's say you short at the open, you short right at the open, and then you stingy, your stop loss is like here. Your stop loss is like here. Then you are out of this trade already, even though you are right. And if you look at the stop loss, right, it's actually 1.55%, which is like ridiculous. Like if you put 1.55%, you might as well don't put your stop loss at all. Let's check the 15-minute. Okay. Tesla also recovering a bit, -4. Oh, S&P actually recover a bit. So it's very wild, very swingy. Then I mean, I won't be surprised if it shoot all the way up, or I won't be surprised if it suddenly come all the way down. Who knows? I think whatever movement the market doing right now, right, it's not counted, because after Apple and Amazon earning come out, it will be like don't know gap until don't know where already lah. So I mean, it can green all the way, then earning back it can gap all the way down, or it can rate all the way, earning good, it will gap all the way up. Let's go and see what our friends are doing here. Tomorrow we will have a session also, but I think tomorrow's session we will make it quite short lah. Okay, we'll just go through Apple's and Amazon earning, and those who are holding Amazon, right, all the best to us. I will wake up I will wake up at 4 a.m. to listen to what they are saying, because normally when earnings come out, right, you cannot simply just look at whatever, is it beating earnings or not beating earnings, but you also need to listen to the webcast itself, because during the webcast they will mention a lot of things, like whether if they are facing any inflation pressure, what they are aiming for the future, or whether if they are particular part of their business is doing very well. Like for example, for Microsoft, their web cloud service is actually doing very well. So all this kind of thing is good to listen lah. Elon Musk gonna buy McDonald's. This one legit or not? Oh, maybe that's why he bought Twitter, because of the kid that is that is stalking him. All these people very, very creative in their thinking. So you guys, when I saw this early in the morning, like I mean, even though I bought put also, I laugh out loud lah. Waiting for market to open. So apple juice is delicious. That is an abysmal GDP number. Yeah, that is an abysmal GDP number. How much was it? 1.4%, right? Oh, this is German. Sorry, this week. What's my GDP number? Thursday. Yeah, 1.4%. Ridiculous. Let's take a look. Considering how bad the market was in Q1, right? It is expected lah. It's a red day because we were up big pre-market. Praying Apple stay up all day. Perfect indicator for an after our plunge. This is very true. This is very true because, like, for example, Facebook was down yesterday and then after market it went all the way up. Then all those counters that were like up a lot, right? They just dive all the way down, like Tesla, like that. GDP literally declined for the first time. Did it decline? I don't think it declined lah. It just grew lesser. It just grew lesser. Oh, in fact, it declined. It wasn't red, it was negative. Oh my god, that's very bad leh. So if Q2 is negative, right, we officially have a recession already. Oh, it was negative. That's very bad. That's actually very bad. Actually, I thought it was 1.4, not negative 1.4. We don't know, better pray better pray Q2 is not negative. If Q2 negative, right, I think you should be able to see from the stock market already lah. Maybe because now GDP negative, Jerome Powell might not raise by 50 basis points. He might raise by 25 basis points. But the thing is, if he raised only 25 basis points to 0.5, right, then most likely the inflation nonsense still gonna continue, and then we just delay the recession to a sometime later date lah. So it's really a tough situation. Very tough situation out there. Shopify still have 50B market cap. It's not even really. Shopify is not US company. Yeah, but it is very alarming that it has 50 billion market cap. And let me tell you guys something about Shopify. The other day I was doing Shopify homework, right? And then we discovered something similar. I was looking at the net income. You can see that the net income for 2021, right? Very recently only, is 2.9 billion. But in 2020, it was only like 300 million. Suddenly there's like additional 2.6 billion come out from nowhere. And then I was quite surprised. It suddenly so much profit. Why the share price jumping down like that? And then you go and look at the non-operating income, right? You look at the non-operating income, that there's a very unusual non-operating income of 2.8 billion, which is not present before lah. You can see from the chart here also. And this is the exact same situation as Amazon, and then you can go and dig where this non-operating income came from. You'll find it quite interesting. It is exactly like Amazon. And then at that time I did the homework, right? The price was somewhere here. The price was somewhere here like that. And I truly wanted to short, but no more cash ready. No more cash to short ready. And Shopify is not cheap also. At that time it was like $600 plus. Spy, please just die. Crater to the earth core. Will J-Pow do 25 instead of 50 due to yeah, I just say no, doubt it. Yeah, I mean I do doubt it lah. If they, I mean you think about it, we have like such a strong consumer spending, and here's the thing, here's the very I would say scary thing. Inflation is up 8.9%. So if inflation is up 8.9%, right, it should mean that the GDP should be up very high also, because of all the spending, the market good, economy strong, a lot of people have job, all the spending here and there, the MasterCard profit is up, Visa profit is up. It means all the consumers are spending a lot. But if everyone is spending so much, right, in Q1, this is data for Q1, and all the earnings that we are looking right now, it is for Q1 also. If everyone is spending so much, and if consumer spending is so strong, right, and inflation is so high because of that, then why is the GDP negative? It is negative for a reason, because one of the, I would say the most obvious reason I can think of is stagflation, meaning there's actually no growth in the actual GDP, but we have inflation coming in. So that's like stagflation, and stagflation is extremely bad. It's like the unhealthy inflation now, where you have all the prices of all the essential things like gas going up, food going up. So these are things that people die need to spend on. They cannot not spend on this kind of thing. So the inflation, all this, right, is coming from the fact that people have no choice but to spend. It's not that they are rich, they want to spend. And these are the kind of thing that, like, I mean, if you truly think about it, if you are aware, right, it does not point to a strong market. It totally pointing to a different direction. And I mean, although personally I'm hoping this this one will crash, right? It will probably, even if it does crash eventually, right, it will probably come in on Q2 lah. So if thing doesn't, it can happen in two ways, where Jerome Powell raised aggressively by 50 basis point, or he go and raise by 75 basis point, and then the market just crashed. But because now he managed to solve the inflation issue, right, then we will probably not go into recession lah. We might recover lah, but the recovery will come at the cost of market crashing, because raising 75 basis point, right, it will not only cause the stock market to crash, the housing market will be in very big danger also. But I think that is expected. The housing market is like, the price are beyond like don't know what level already. It's like almost everyone in US being priced out of buying homes lah. So these are the consequences lah. Or if let's say the Federal Reserve like want to dilly-dally, don't do anything, right, then I think eventually the recession will come, and then the market will still eventually crash lah, because now we are in a very bad stagflation moment. Yes, please go down some more. Please go down some more. Please go down to like here. I need to make back my one. Let me check my position. It's still quite bad lah, but I recovered about $500. I still got $1,000 more to go. Gates was right. Tesla put. Yeah, so I think I think Bill Gates is the one shorting Tesla. What's Kramer's view on AAP? I don't need to make some gain today. I think the other day we were talking about Jim Cramer, his 7 counter that he picked, and then we actually went through it, and Tesla was the last surviving one, and then now Tesla is like dying really. but okay lah. I think as long as this support hold, Tesla should do fine lah. But Tesla fall below here, I think I'm very worried really. He still want to stock split some more. I think if it drop further, he don't need to stock split already lah. The price is cheap already. Shopify from plus 6% now went negative already. Snowflake also. Netflix also. Stupid Snapchat still positive. This one also see already very not happy. I actually exited my option prematurely. If I held on, I think that it will probably be like a few $1,000 also. MasterCard doing surprisingly well. Oh, not really, came back now. But it gap up twice. It managed to gap up twice. One from Visa, one from Visa's earning, one from its own earning. Anything else that is okay? Let's continue look at this. Can someone convince me not to buy 3250 Amazon call? How are they even? How do they even have the capital to buy Amazon call? Amazon call is like one option contract is like 12K, 13K like that. T-Dot, oh my god. Teledot. Here comes the reversal. INTC put us what? Is Tesla done dropping? LOL, did Cathy get liquidated? Bye for Piton getting roasted. Very long never see Peloton already. Let's look at Peloton. I didn't have Peloton. I didn't even have Peloton here. Ayo. Jialat. Going all time low already. How about Palantir? Also going below $10 already. Netflix market cap is 85 billion. You see, even after dropping like 20% twice, the market cap is still 85 billion. I think it can drop some more. If SPY doesn't go red today, I'll be monkey's uncle. Roku call make you broke. Meta bought back 9.5 billion in stock in Q1 amid rout. So you know now all the share buyback thing, right? It's like now the market not really responding to all the share buyback really. It's like Google approved a 70 billion share buyback. That's like ridiculous amount of share buyback. 70 billion just to buy back their own share. And Apple also. Apple's also gonna do share buy. In fact, I'm actually more interested in Apple's earning rather than Amazon earnings. Rate liao. Hope we can go lower lah. At least Meta is like all-time low for the day. I mean the daily low lah. You mean this one? You want to short RH? Wait, let me check. You are referring to this, right? Not the RH petrol gas, right? have to make sure. This one, I find this chart not really. I mean, if you are going for a home builder short, right? I don't really find this chart like quite good to short, because like towards the end, right, it is like behaving this kind of manner, and in fact, you already have dropped quite substantially lah. So sorry. Excuse me. If you want to aim home builder, right, I think builder first source might be a better choice, because the chart pattern a lot nicer, and you can easily place your stop loss here. You can short right now and you place your stop loss here, because this one very easy to see that it is a lower high lah. Okay, wait, let me check. Let me double. How far is it? Yeah, I think it is quite safe to set your stop loss here and short this lah. But you see RH, right? Because it's like that, and it's very hard to yeah, it's very hard to find where to put your stop loss. Like, you want to put here, or you want to go here above this. I think above this will be good. Above this might be good, because this is a high volume candle, and from current price, right, also okay. So it's not about the entry itself, but it's more about where you want to place your stop loss. But of course, if you can wait for the breakdown, is also better. But the thing is that you see every breakdown is not really a breakdown, like breakdown then go up, breakdown then go up, breakdown then go up. So like maybe it break down, then it will go up, then sideways again. So that's why I don't really like it. But you see for builder first source, right, if it break down, it really break down. If it break down, it really break down. So this one, if it break down, it might do a sharp dive also lah. Fastener rate liao. Fastener option is like ridiculous, the spread. Let me put alert here. Meta need to go below 10%. Okay, let's take a look at this. We see we all the rate come out now. Why is Amazon 1.9% still green? Tesla is the biggest rate. I think it is Visa and Facebook holding up the market lah. Maybe Apple also. Apple still kind of green a bit, and Master is here. I'm quite surprised they segregate differently. Master is considered commercial service. Visa is considered financial. Aren't they like the same thing? I mean, they are not exactly the same thing, but like they are quite similar. And why is DoorDash green? Like so random. If you are taking things this seriously, you don't really belong day trading or during option. Lighten up or leave. Really trying not to panic sell SPY put right now. You say boost, how you give out a 2.4% lead? Then you scroll down long enough, right? You will see like all the some of the bull will be like, all the bear die already. Wonder if Elon have a plan C. Netflix buys studio drama. Okay, that's the thing with Netflix. You see, it is wasting time, it's wasting all this money buy this drama, buy that drama, right? And the thing is that like their business model is like not pay-per-view. So no matter how much they buy on all, how much stuff they buy here, buy there, right? The subscription is still the same amount for every person. So unless like they do this and then they get additional viewers, then that will be good. But how many viewers can you expect to get from buying a K-drama company? I don't think it will be a lot also. Like maybe it will boost up the view for that one particular month, but after that, like people will just like unsubscribe also. So it is not like say Disney buying Marvel Studio. If Disney buy Marvel Studio, right, they can make like 6-7 movies, and each movie is gonna pump up so much revenue, so much money, like being shown in the theater and all that. So I think Netflix truly need something that is unique lah, that is able to make use of their business models. Now they are trying to go into advertisement, but it's like when you go into advertisement, right, it's like they are not YouTube also, because YouTube is free to watch and people don't mind just watching the ads, but they want to roll out a cheaper plan with advertisement. It's like it's like they are not gonna make so much from ads also lah, I believe. End up I believe what might happen now is all those people who have the higher level of subscription, right, maybe all of them just downgrade because they don't mind the advertisement, and then they don't really gain any new subscribers from the lower tier. And then it will be because now people have options to like downgrade already. Previously no option to downgrade, so like for most people they never mind lah, I pay the extra $2-3 lah. But now they give people the option, right? Suddenly everyone just downgrade. And I mean I have a lot of I'm subscribed to YouTube Premium because I hate the advertisement. Because I usually watch very long documentary, like finance related, market related documentary that's like 1 hour long, 2 hour long. So sometimes the advertisement suddenly come in every like 2-3 minutes. It's very annoying. So I actually purchase, I spend like how much is it? YouTube Premium, I even forget already. I think it's like $10 or $5, $6, forgot already. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not really like $30 a month, $40 a month like that. So I just pay that $5-6 purchase it. But I have a lot of friends who earn like 8-9K a month, some earn 10K a month, and they die don't want to pay YouTube that $10 a month. There are really people out there that if you give them the choice to downgrade the monthly fee, right, they are going to downgrade. I hate Perma Bear so much. I really wish I was here last year to see their constant pain. Just made 1K on Amazon put. Now if I can only do this 65 more times. Conspiracy theory is floating around. Elon is using Twitter gambit to liquidate shares without incurring wrath of public. He may expect Twitter deal to be blocked by government. Hey, this one, I will believe. I will believe that. Not just because I dislike Elon Musk, but it does make sense. I mean, Elon Musk have the habit of doing this kind of thing. Rivian, no, please no. Please, guys, please don't short things that, oh wow, Meta, nice. Please don't short things that are already down by so much already, because if it rebound, I mean everything is still bad, but if it rebound, right, it can rebound very ridiculously high. For example, you see here, when it rebound, right, it went up 50%, and you can get caught in that. So if you want to short this, right, what you do is you wait for this kind of rebound again. So previously I shorted here until here, and then when this rebound come, right, I mean I no more cash to short lah, but I did send out, okay, if you want to short, you can actually go and short now lah, at least when around this level lah. Okay, so you must learn to short at the right time. Like you short right now, suddenly this whole thing fly up 20%, you are out already. Like even for Snowflake also, if you look at Snowflake, right? Like for example, we were caught in this short. We actually short here, and then we got hit with the stop loss because Snowflake rebounded 40% from the bottom. But we reshot here lah, and then we eventually got the profit lah. So similarly, you can see how it went. Like right here, it actually rebound also, and it is like 47%. If you short right now, right, you're gonna get caught in that. Normally counter like this, it is better to short at the resistance rather than shorting at the breakdown. Simply because if it goes up, it's gonna go up like it's gonna go up very aggressively. Like Nicola also, Nicola from here to here is like 78%. Like if you go and short there, you are gone already lah. Have to be careful. Shorting is actually quite tough in a sense that I think I mentioned before, because when a downtrend counter recover, right, it tend to recover very sharp, and whatever stop loss you have, right, it can just eat through your stop loss. Whereas if you play a long position and everything is bullish, is going up, and when it retrace, right, it tend to retrace in a very mild manner lah, and then it continue rally. So it doesn't do this kind of thing. It doesn't do this kind of thing. Whereas if you short, right, it can actually do this kind of thing. It hardly like that, and then go down. It hardly do that lah. I mean, there are some chart that does this, but very rare. So for short, you kind of have to catch the top. Unless you are trying to short counter that are like just starting to dive, haven't dived yet. They are still uptrend, but they just broke their uptrend, right? Then you want to catch the breakdown lah, because the breakdown means they probably broke their uptrend. But for counters that is already in a downtrend, right, it is better to short at the top. Amazon minus 1.6. Okay, Amazon also retracing ready. Stupid meta. Like Budai Pochi up 20% with such a bad earnings. It's like you up 3-4%, understand lah. Like 20% siao eh. I think it's all the short covering. Red liao. Nasdaq also red liao. Cathy help bear sleep at night. Tesla 800 is not a meme. Roku, oh, is Roku earnings coming out? Is Roku earnings coming out? Let me check. No leh, Roku earnings not coming out. Or is it out already? Tomorrow got Chevron. We have Chevron eh. Oh my God, we have Chevron. We got Chevron for tomorrow. Let me check. I think quite safe lah. I think quite safe. Quite safe. Chevron helping to tank all the damage from from chemical. I think chemical can run ready lah. Blood rate day as Tesla drag everything. Yeah, actually, the previous rate day also Tesla drag one. This rate also Tesla drag. This rate also Tesla drag. I think this rate also Tesla dragging. Even when Microsoft and Facebook trying to save, but Tesla is dragging now. Even Microsoft already retraced them. Like you see, this is not a very positive sign. It is like good earnings are being used to sell down. It's not a very good sign. Nvidia going rate soon now. Same thing for AMD also. How's my Starbucks doing? Yeah, Starbucks, let it be. Children place also, let it be. Diving down. Then you can see here also, like I had to sit through, I have to sit through this period that is like sideways, not really moving at all. How long was this period from here to here? 31 days. 31 days. Starbucks, I actually sat through this rebound also. Nike. Yeah, all the consumer discretionary all cannot make it. Let's take a look at the sector chart to see what's going on. Oh, the yields is coming back. The 10-year yield coming back. No wonder market dropping. 10-year yield coming back. And the 2-year yield is catching up. The yield curve is diving back down already. All is up though. Uranium minus 3%. Gone case now. So sad. ARC minus 6. GG liao. Is below COVID-19 that period liao. It's below here. I think if it goes below here, I think Cathy Wood gone case. Consumer discretionary rate. Consumer staple still hanging at the top. Still hanging at the top. Energy. Energy kind of like doing okay. Kind of like surviving. Yeah lor. Tell dog. T-dog. Financial. Oh, financial financial goes stun already, like drop back down after all the big rally, then drop back down already. This is a bad sign. Industrial diving. Yeah, I will expect technology to be green today with Facebook and Microsoft, but it will probably close red lah. Home builder rate. It has been in a downtrend lah. This Russell 2000 kena, wow, this one break already, this one gone case already. So this chart also quite a few times we mentioned this is definitely the top. Even put alert there. DWAG going up. Hey, just to let you guys know, DWAG option now very cheap already. So if we can get a good resistance, right, probably can play a put option. The share is still 300% margin, so cannot really short the share. But perhaps if we can get a good level to do a put option, we can do . I'm betting on Airbnb missing earning. Oh, do we have Airbnb? Let's continue to see what we have for next week. Wednesday. mRNA, Marriott, Barrick Gold, Yum, Ferrari, Wingstop. What are all these? Shanari Energy coming out. Tupperware. New York Times is listed, seriously? I didn't even know that. It's a listed company or? Media organization. Is Bloomberg listed? No. I think one good thing about US market is like every day learning something new. Bright Health. All these I don't know already. No idea what are all these. No idea what are all these. Still got show more. Can I arrange earning whisperer? Got what difference? Oops. Okay. Maybe like that better lah. Sort by most popular. Shopify on Thursday. Crocs, Datadog, Nicola, Wayfair, Kellogg, CCJ next week. SeaWorld. Okay, nothing much. But I would think Airbnb should do okay though, with all the traveling now back to normal already. How is it doing now? Let's take a look. Actually, I will consider this doing well. It's like doing quite okay. I mean, even though it's a downtrend, but it's not really like diving down or what. So I consider quite okay lah. Recovering, S&P recovering a bit. Recovering back up. Is this the far that it can go? Now I think can go down some more. FB rate by end of day. Yes, please. I think US GDP missed earnings. Refresh. See got what news. Amazon and Apple both up around 2.5% before earning. Everyone expecting Roku to die. Watch this ship pull a Zuck and Moon for literally no reason. I truly believe this can happen. I truly believe this can happen. Let me put in Roku. Oh, it's in my list ready. Let me just put in Roku. Oh, it's actually today. Today after hour. Huge green candle on SPY. Bears in shambles. let's go find that huge green candle. It does seem like a huge green candle though. No, I don't see huge green candle on 1 minute. Maybe on 15 minutes lah. Yeah, maybe this one consider huge green candle lah. Collapsing export cost GDP print. Once Boeing get their shit together, expect the rebound. True also. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. We also have a session tomorrow to go through Apple's and Amazon earnings lah, to see how the whole thing goes lah. So actually, I will say that whatever the price action is for the market tonight, it's not counted. It's just doing whatever it want to do. Then but at 4 a.m. when Apple's and Amazon announce, right, then we will probably have the true movement. Whether that true movement is a gap up, gap down, we don't know. So now we are in the hands of God. So just pray that your position will be okay lah. So we can expect certain company to do bad or certain company to do good, but we have situation like a company do bad still gap up, like Facebook, like Snapchat, like Whirlpool, or all these kind of nonsense. And those that actually does well, like Tesla, gonna sell down. So we are in a really volatile environment, okay. And also please do also think through what I mentioned about inflation versus negative GDP. This two data doesn't make sense. Okay, when you have inflation, it means GDP is strong. That's why we have inflation, because people are spending, people are too rich. But this negative GDP and inflation that is 40-year high is totally disconnected. So all these things, make sure you think through a bit. And in terms of stock market also, yes, stock market is not the economy, but at some point it will catch up lah. It's either the economy will catch up or the stock market will catch up with the economy itself. Because no matter what, right? Like if you look at it right now, things seems like always rebounding, but sometimes like you will expect this kind of thing. Although I'm not saying we will be expecting this one bound to happen, right? What can also happen in the future is that we can have a situation where the stock market just go like this for the entire year, and then it doesn't really even create a all-time high. So if you are someone trying to get money from trading or what, right? This is the kind of market that is like you probably might want to avoid, or you might want to have a different strategy to trade this kind of market. Like if you try to buy the breakout, you're gonna get sell down. Or if you try to buy at the support, it can just like do a whip down and then go back up and then come down again. So it's a very, very difficult market. We are no longer here. We are truly no longer here. Okay. So see you guys tomorrow for a short while. I think tomorrow I probably won't do 2 hours. I'll probably do a 9 to 10. Then after that, we will meet again on Saturday to do a recap of everything and then see what we can do lah. Okay, so you will probably see my message around 4:30 a.m. on the update on Amazon and whatever on Apple and the aftermarket hour stuff, and then we see tomorrow how the whole things goes lah. Okay, so in terms of position wise, if you already exited Amazon, right, then I don't think you have anything to scare lah. Okay, so I think that's literally nothing to scare. But for me, I think the only thing that is moving with the market itself, I probably think only Amazon. Maybe Starbucks might kind of move a little with the market, but not so much also lah. So actually for me, I don't really have much to fear on my portfolio. Also, just Amazon. I just hope that my profit doesn't disappear lah. Okay, guys. Have a good night and see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Yes, actually, US scanner is empty. Hong Kong scanner is empty, but Singapore have Keppel and Jardine CNC lah. Yeah, we have Keppel and Jardine CNC, but US and Hong Kong is empty because the scanner is not designed to bottom pick. So if you have things rallying at the bottom, right, it's not gonna flag up, and almost nothing else is like rallying quite strong also lah. Even though yesterday S&P does close red, the cash market does close red, the scanner doesn't cover aftermarket hours and pre-market hours price lah. Okay, so that's all. Good night, guys. Yeah, quite interesting also. It's literally saving the Singapore market. Bye-bye.